It's tomorrow. We are at our storage rental unit that we have. We're putting in the spare tire from the trailer, some load bars for the Bush Company tent that have bike racks on them in the event that we don't like the spare tire bike racks. And we got to get our rooftop tent out of here so it goes to Randy tomorrow. It's late. It's been really hot. It was 98 degrees today. And we're all hungry. All right, we got the Ikamper tent up in the truck. Grabbed a couple other things. We're gonna go grab some dinner because it's late. It's like 8:30. But success, we got this done, so that's really awesome. All right, we made it to Randy's. We have to drop off a bunch of stuff, including our rooftop tent, some solar panels, some other stuff like that. So let's get to it, and we got some more update on what's going on with the Hummer. All right, so first things, we got 2 solar panels that are gonna go on the Ikamper tent. We got some solar cable. This might be too thick a gauge. We might have to get something a little bit smaller. It's got to run underneath the molding up on the roof of the Hummer. We'll start with this stuff, and then what do you have there, Natalie? We got the speed sensor for the transfer case. There you go. All right, so this is a hinge. So the hinge is driver's side, and you should have it clasped. That good? Ready? Yep.
Needs like a little driver.
Needs to come driver?
A little. There you go. That's good.
Can you see down the line? All right, tent is on, bolted up. That really wasn't as hard as it has been sometimes. And check out the skid plate under here. That really looks good. It's so less, I don't know, it's not as bulky as the factory one. That looks really nice. Let's go from the skid plate on back. And here we have the Behemoth transfer case. This is mounted up here with the strong box right in here. That is going to be a lot of fun to use. It looks great. Natalie was saying, well, it's this bright blue anodized aluminum and you can't see it. Well, it is what it is. So on from there, moving toward, let's see, let's go to the wheel wells. KC rock lights are installed. You can see right up there in the rear, KC rock light in the 4 wheel wells, and then also on the sides as well. So we got some really good rock lights, which we've always wanted on this thing. All right, looking inside driver's side, you can see down here to the floor shifters. Those look really, really cool. So that's for the transfer case, 4 high, 4 low, and the strong box doubler. Then also in here, man, that looks factory, right?
Yeah, it looks good.
Doesn't that look good? So this is the new shifter. This is the zero gravity performance shifter. And it has your tap, plus and minus gear shifting. And that's the original boot being used on it. It looks really good. That looks awesome, Randy.
It turned out pretty good.
Yeah, that looks really, really good. Well, that's the first time in a really, really long time that we have had the tent on top of our Hummer. I think it's been since
September 2 years ago.
September 2 years ago.
Yeah.
That is, I never would have imagined.
Yeah.
All right, so
It's been a long time.
it's been a really, really long time. I really forget what that tent looks like inside, other than that it has like a map as a backdrop.
It does, and then it has a window opening in the top. Which
Oh,
I've
yeah.
never used.
Yeah, it's got a skylight, 2 windows on the sides, and I think that's how it works. We want to put lighting up in the tent because it doesn't come with any lights.
No. Or outlets.
Or
the
outlets.
Bush Company is awesome. It comes with lights and chargers and all kinds of stuff.
Yep.
And Ikamper, why? Come on, Ikamper.
The new Ikamper, you have to pay a premium. It's the whatever our tent is.
You don't. It's already a premium on that tent.
Yeah, it's the whatever plus.
Oh.
Something like that. And now you have those options, but we're just going to go ahead and put them in ourselves for way less than the $1,000 they want for it. Yeah. So we're going to put inside the tent 12 volt, like cigarette 12 volt outlets, some USB outlets. We're also going to put in lighting that goes up to the inside of the tent, just so we can have plenty of power. And we're also going to run we're going to run lighting down below where the ladder is for the tent.
It's pretty dark over there.
Yeah.
At night.
So we'll have lots of light there. It's all going to run off the Hummer auxiliary battery, which is a Dakota, which is a really cool battery. The one that's going to be running the fridge in the Hummer as well. So I don't know. I'm really excited. I think today was a really big day. We still don't know.
Does the Hummer, will it ever run again?
Will it ever run again? That's the question.
And Randy says, I don't know.
Yeah, he says, I don't know. Jokingly says, I don't know. So we need to get a new Optima battery. That battery has been sitting dead for at least a year and a half. And we just got to get another battery. And unfortunately, that battery has like less than 5,000 miles on it. But you let a battery sit dead for 18 months, it's going to be useless. So there we are.
Here we are.
All right. Today was a good day.
Yeah.
All right, let's get home.
Okay.
All right, so another big rainstorm. So far, this one's not as bad as the last one. No hail, and we're not completely flooded, but water's coming over that retaining wall, and it's ending up right in here, so I'm trying to catch it before it gets down to really into our site and send it down in the drainage channel. You can see I've cut and dug the drainage channel more today, because we're underwater here. We just don't want the tent to be compromised and get water down in the tent. I'm telling you what, if we were one side up, we'd be high and dry. If we were one side down, they're really wet. But they're in a big, huge fifth wheel, so it doesn't really matter. But they got a couple inches of water across most of their site. We got it really just in the, well, we got it around here, most of our site too, around the front and the back. Rain's supposed to continue for another couple hours, so we'll see what we can do. Life living at the Jellystone in Colorado. All right, so it's coming down a lot harder now. It's really dumping over that wall back there in a couple of spots. You can see here, our tent, we have enough space to take a little bit more water before it starts going in the tent, but man, that's our campsite right there. The water is flowing under our tent right now. I just hope it's dry inside there. I'm not going to open it up and take in water through the door. I can't dig any more of a trench. Back there we're pretty much maxed out. It's a big mess. We got to drain. Well, you can see the whole hillside is running through our campsite now. Come over here, Natalie. You can see this whole hillside. It's just running right through our campsite. Everything just coming down the streets, washing out rock again like before. Not nearly as bad at this point, thankfully. But I'll tell you what, we got a small swimming pool back there. I am concerned about our tent. Oh, we got the awning too. I got to dump some of the awning. I'll be glad when it stops, but it's going to be a while longer. So all that water that you see coming off of that retaining wall, it all comes right into our campsite. You know, I love living outdoors, but it would be nice if they did a little bit better job grading this place. You know, so you don't have so much water coming down through one campsite. Look, you can see this one. Just flowing right into our site. Well, the rain is easing up. What do you say, baby?
A little bit of blue skies over there.
Yeah,
so.
I hope. But it's still coming up from the west, so it's coming straight off the mountains from the west. So I think we got some more waves that are coming through.
Yeah. Hopefully it'll drain out of here before the next one.
But I'm grateful that this awning is good. We got a couple spots where we need to put stakes. We're just so crowded in here right now with with all the tents and everything. When we get just going off the rooftop tents, we can put down more stakes and we'll be able to then get this thing draining automatically. We just got 2 of the panels that we need to manually drain. What do you say, baby?
The water that's draining in there.
Oh yeah, I know. But you can see it's leaving though. You can see, yeah, but the drain is working. It's just
ankle deep.
Oh yeah. It's working. My drain system is working.
It is.
But it really can't handle this volume of water.
Pretty bad.
Yeah, I just hope the tent's dry inside. Oh my goodness. Let's not do it again.
Above the bed liner thing.
The tub?
The tub.
It is.
Whatever it's called.
If that tub is good, I think the tent is really a good tent.
It's a brand new tent, so unless we've poked a hole in it,
I don't think
we
so.
have.
I don't think so. It should be good.
Should be good, yeah.
All right, been a couple days. Back down with the Hummer. Wanted to show you what we have going on right now. A couple things are coming along good. The tent is on and secure. That is some real nice progress. In addition, got a new Optima battery put in. The other one, it had been dead for a year and a half, so we just threw another one in. That other one wasn't coming back. It wasn't holding the charge. In addition, check these out. These are coming in really nice. They're going to get doors put in. This side is going to get a shelf, and the other side we're going to stay open so it's taller. So a shelf here at about 3 inches down. And then obviously a cover with some hinges. Hinges are on the way, and latches are on the way from Turtleback. In the back here, we got all of the kind of adhesive off of here, all cleaned up. And then this is going to get the foam, got the piece of foam to come in here and fill this in, and then put a cover over that. That's going to be really nice. And then up on the top, you can see here, solar panels are in place. Going to put some adhesive tape around the edges to hold them in place. This is the Bouge RV CIGS solar. Kind of surprised that their adhesive that's on the back of these panels isn't really better, but it does pull up a little bit. But we'll just go ahead and put all the sides down with some tape around them. Doesn't look quite as pretty, but it will definitely get the job done. And then we'll have, I think these are 80 watts each, so we'll have 160 watts on the roof. That will be plenty of solar to run anything that we're really going to run on here. So that's a really cool thing. You can see the leads coming down here. Another thing we're figuring out is this, the Wii Boost. Got a plan for the Wii Boost. We're going to mount the power source for the Wii Boost right here in the back, right behind on here, and then also for the solar, the Victron MPPT 7515 is going to mount back here as well. So it's stuff that's kind of up out of the way but still accessible. And then up front is where we're going to mount the Wii Boost. So check it out, we got a cool spot for that. So right up here, underneath the rail of the Ikamper, there's 2 rails there. We're going to mount or create a bracket that comes out here that will ultimately hold off-road lights. And initially it's going to hold the WeBoost antenna. So it'll have a place for the antenna to lay down kind of like this when we're driving, and then when we stop, we can put it up and then get good reception. Traveling, put it down. So I think that's a pretty cool feature. Okay, so also that came in, here's the speed sensor to go in the transfer case, because the factory one doesn't fit on the, the Behemoth transfer case. So we got that little mounting bracket and the cable for it. That came in. That's really good. Also had some fluids come in, some additive fluids, protective fluids. Another thing we're doing is replacing the A-pillars on that roof marker light kit that I purchased. That kit was a used kit I got from a guy, I think it was off of Facebook, one of the Hummer groups. And, you know, it's not perfect. You know, we got a little bend. That molding on the passenger side, that A-pillar molding, is a bit warped. I'm guessing it's just a lot of sun time, or it sat in somebody's garage for a while. So we're going to be taking that one, both of those A-pillar moldings, putting back the factory ones that I had, and then putting the lights on through those. So you just take these guys, drill out the top, put the lights in on them, and then we should be good to go. And those are in really good shape. They just need to be cleaned up. Oh, also, drive shafts. Got the drive shafts that came in. Those are going to be hopefully installed soon. We're still waiting on a couple parts from Behemoth, and then we'll mount these guys right up. So we're getting really close. We're back with the Hummer, and we just brought up wire. We're up in the Ikamper tent. We just brought up these wires. Hopefully you can see that. We're bringing power up into the Ikamper tent. We're going to bring power for light. Oh, the lights are already up in here. I forgot we had put the lights in there.
Bailey was asking that.
Yeah, they're already there. How cool.
She remembered us doing that. I did not.
I'm glad she remembered, because I did not. I was thinking, we got to order lights. We got to do this. All right, we already have lights here, which is awesome. So we got a 3-foot strip up there. That'll be plenty of light in here. We're going to put power on this side of the tent, and then on that side of the tent, we're going to put another power port. And then we're going to hardwire in lights that'll be underneath the overhang where the ladder is that Natalie's standing on right now. So we haven't seen this tent in how long, baby? Since September a year ago that we've been inside of this tent?
Yeah, so I guess it was September 2022.
22, almost 2 years ago?
Yes.
Well, I'm glad to see that it looks like brand new still.
It does. It looks like it's never been used.
Yeah, well, it's been used hardly any.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, so under the overhang of the Ikamper tent, Natalie's now putting on the hardcore lights. These are an older set we have, so the two-sided tape isn't grabbing great. But we'll see. Either way, we'll get it up and get it in the right position. All right, so where do we put it?
Right here where my thumb is.
Right there?
Yeah.
Watch your finger? That's perfect. I really like these lights.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're super bright. You got a couple different color options. Let me give you updated on what we have going on so far. So we got the cover here. It's got some foam in it. This replaces the original kind of rubbery stuff that was here, which it never had like a filter in it, so we'd always get dust back here. Now it's got a filter in it and your air gap, so when you close your doors, they actually decompress and we can close the doors, no problem. All right, up top you can see two 80-watt solar panels up on the roof, so 160 watts on the roof. I think that's going to be plenty for our freezer and any lights that we're running. And I think our battery down here, it's a lithium Dakota. I think it's 135 amp hours, so I think we got plenty of amp hours to run the freezer. That's really all that's going to be running off of this. At night we might run rock lights, and 135 amp hours should be fine. Come around to the front into up here you can see the WeBoost. So here's the WeBoost Overland package. So you pull this thing out, pop it up like that, and there we go. We got our cell phone stuff. Randy installed a bar out front here. It hooks to the mounting rails underneath the Ikamper tent. And in the future, we're gonna throw some off-road lights up here. But right now we've put a lot of money into everything. So we're gonna wait on the off-road lights, but we are planning on getting those. And we do have a place for them to go in the future. But that's super cool. Gets this thing down and protected. So when we're on trail or on the road, even anywhere, these are protected really well. Moving along here to the engine compartment, a couple things that are added now. So the S-Pod has all been programmed. Of the 8 different switches, we have 1 available. All the rest are used. We'll go over what those are for later. Okay, so we have on the way a pre-filter for the snorkel. That should be here. I think it comes Monday or Tuesday, so within a couple days. We'll have that on here. Then we're gonna have this whole tent hardwired. So on the S-Pod, one of the switches is gonna be power to the tent. So we can, if we forget, oh, did we turn the power off to the tent? Do we leave the lights on? Oh, I don't know. Right on the dash, on the S-Pod control, just dook, turn it off. Okay, so the storage boxes for these rear quarter windows are off being powder coated now. I'm really excited to get these. We were gonna go with these Molly panel that we're gonna put rotopacks on that our friend Vay made for us. They got damaged in shipping. Then we had a window break. We needed more storage space. Just one thing after another just got us to the point of, sorry Vay, we're not gonna use those. Getting them, trying to get the warp out of them and then get them repowder coated, it was gonna be some extra cost on something. Plus we had a broken window. We had just a lot of costs started to add up. I don't know. Thank you, Vay, for making those. Unfortunately, we're going this direction, but it does give us more storage, so we're really excited about that. So these are going to look really good when they're on. We've seen them kind of all bare aluminum side, and they look really fantastic. So I think they're going to look really great when they're all powder coated. They're going to be with a hammer powder coated finish, so it'll have kind of like a semi-gloss, and it should look really awesome and give us just that much needed extra space. All the years we've camped in rooftop tents, we've never had lights down at the bottom. So if you got to get up in the middle of the night, or you hear anything, or you want to look outside, well, we always like flashlights or headlamps. Coming down here looking for shoes. Now we can just hit a switch and get these lights on. Pretty awesome. So that's hardwired in. It can be controlled, so we can go amber, we can go mix, and then we can go all white. And then of course we can also dim it from nice and low to real bright. And then lights are on up in the tent as well. So we got plenty of power up in the tent, and we got lights. Same control, same rock, same, what is it, hardcore lights, everything else. Plus some USB and 12-volt cigarette lighter ports on either side of the bed for charging devices or running any kind of electronics that we need up here. Huge, huge upgrade from where we were at, just in a completely dark tent with no power. All right, so a lot of people have been asking, hey, we haven't heard it run since you put on the Supercharger and this, that, and the other. We're gonna turn it on right now. So there, we didn't destroy the engine. It sounds so good. We've been getting all of this stuff. So your Supercharger destroyed your engine, didn't it, Jeff? No, it didn't. We haven't driven it enough miles to destroy the engine. Check it out. Look, look, the Supercharger's running. It sounds amazing. Everything works beautifully. So, for all the naysayers out there, currently it works. All right, just left Randy's place. The Hummer is coming out amazing. I'm so glad. We just went to the grocery store to stock up for the next kind of 4 or 5 days. And this is what we got for $174. 2 bags of groceries. There's nothing in here that's ultra processed. It's all just, or nothing in here that's highly processed or really even much processed at all other than the bag of organic chips. It's all just ingredients kind of how you'd buy tomatoes off a vine and etc. You guys know how it is. It's insane. It's outrageous what's going on in this country right now. Over the past couple years, that $174 gets you 2 bags of groceries. Now, we could have bought a bunch of processed garbage, stuff that we're not going to put in our bodies, and saved a lot of money. We could have bought the garbage to save money, and that's what's happening in our country right now. The answer is somehow, if you care about what's going on in our country and in our world, somehow don't comply to the system. Somehow find a way to provide for your family, provide for yourself in a way that you're more self-sustained, more self-supportive. Sorry, I'm a little emotional right now, but I'm just tired of seeing everybody work so hard to be slaves to a system and to throw all their money away just so they can put some food on the table. You got any thoughts? We'd love to hear them. For the next couple of days, we worked on cleaning our trailer, Bush Company tent, and awning. We also sealed the awning and tent to protect against water, dirt, and UV damage. We have learned over the years that a well-maintained tent and awning will last a long time. After a few weeks of waiting, we were able to get our H3 towed from Randy's shop to a performance and tune shop in Colorado Springs. All things seemed to be moving in the right direction. That was, until the engine and transmission temperatures started running hot. The engine was running rough and surging, and the fuel mileage was incredibly bad, even for Hummer standards. At this point, I have resigned from my job to travel full-time with Natalie and Bailey. Over the past 9 years, my job has kept our family apart too much. It's time for a change. We also want to get to Florida to spend time with family that's there. We got our Hummer and trailer ready to store. We sealed the canvas on our Ikamper tent. We took our turtleback trailer to a friend's alpaca farm to stay, and we got on an airplane to Florida. Our plan is to stay in Florida until the Hummer is ready to use. We sure hope Randy can figure this one out the way he's figured out all the other problems on this build. We will see you guys in Florida as our story continues.